I'm Mani Monica, pursuing first MSc Biotechnology from Sri Krishna Devaraya University, Anantapur. I would like to explain about the role of NTRC, NTRB in sensing intracellular nitrogen status. Atmospheric nitrogen by Rhizobium bacteria is converted to ammonia. We all knew this. What is this Rhizobium bacteria known? It is a nitrogen fixing bacteria. In this sense, all the nitrogen fixing bacteria are capable of converting or fixing atmosphere nitrogen into ammonia so that plants may intake the nitrogen in the form of ammonia. Have you ever thought why only this nitrogen fixing bacteria are capable of fixing the atmospheric nitrogen? Why not the other living organisms? In the sense, why only these nitrogen fixing bacteria are able to do this? Why not the others? Let's see. Because these bacteria have NTR system, nothing but nitrogen regulatory system. Now, this is the introduction to this topic. Nitrogen fixing bacteria are able to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia as they contain specialized system called NTR system, nitrogen regulatory system, which is responsible for the nitrogen fixation. Now, let's see what is this NTR system in detail. NTR system contains following enzymes: GLND, which is a uridylyl transferase. It has the ability to add or remove the uridylyl group. P2 proteins, GLNB, GLNK in E. coli and K. pneumoniae, NTRB, histidine kinase, NTRC, RNA polymerase. Now let's see what happens under nitrogen excess conditions in the microbial cell. In the sense, if the microorganism or the nitrogen fixing bacteria is full of nitrogen, then what happens in the cell? What are the activities that are going to take place in the microbial cell? Let's see. When the cell is full of nitrogen, GLND senses the nitrogen for the first because it is the primary sensor of intracellular nitrogen. As soon as GLND senses the intracellular nitrogen, it starts its activity. GLND deuridylates P2 proteins. As we learnt before, GLND is a uridylyl transferase. So, when it senses the atmospheric nitrogen, it is alerted or activated and starts its activity by removing the uridylyl group from P2 proteins. This is the activity of GLND under the nitrogen excess conditions in the microbial cell. Now let us see what is the activity of P2 proteins. P2 proteins, which are deuridylated, means the P2 proteins from which the uridylyl group is removed will go and interact with NTRB. When P2 proteins interact with NTRB, NTRB stimulates its phosphatase activity. Sorry guys, there NTRAB, it is a typing mistake, so it is NTRB. NTRB stimulates its phosphatase activity, nothing but it activates its phosphatase activity. What does this NTRB do next? This activated NTRB with its phosphatase activity dephosphorylates NTRC, nothing but it removes the phosphate group from the NTRC. Understood? Now let's see what is this NTRC going to do. Due to dephosphorylation means due to the removal of phosphate group from the NTRC, the NTRC is very clever that it can sense, means yes, I am have been altered by the removal of phosphatic group, means I have been dephosphorylated by my friend NTRB. In the sense, my friend is telling me to be alerted. It is the time to fix that nitrogen. So the NTRC activates and starts nitrogen fixation. In this way, the NTR system and the components of the NTR system play important role in nitrogen fixation and the excess amount of nitrogen in the microbial cell. Now let's see what happens under the limited nitrogen status in the microbial cell. In the sense, if the microbial cell have only limited amount of nitrogen, so what all activities that are going to take place? Let's see. What does GLND do? What does P2 proteins do? What does the other things NTRB and NTRC do? Let's see. GLND, as soon as it senses the nitrogen present in the cell, it will come to know, okay, there is only limited amount of nitrogen. So it can sense it. So after sensing, what does this GLND do? This GLND uridilates P2 proteins. Remember guys, in the excess conditions, what did the GLND do? GLND deuridilated, means it removed the uridilyl group from the P2 proteins. But in the limited nitrogen conditions, this GLND will add a uridilated group to the P2 proteins. And the P2 proteins will know, okay, I am uridilated, means my friend GLND added a uridilyl group for me, then it means I should not interact with this P2 NTRB. Maybe there is only limited nitrogen in the cell. So these P2 proteins do not go and interact with NTRB. So what happens if the P2 proteins do not interact with NTRB? This NTRB, what does it do? This NTRB phosphorylates NTRC. If the P2 proteins fail to interact with NTRB, these NTRB phosphorylates NTRC. In the sense, have you all remembered? In excess conditions, this NTRB removes the phosphate group, but in the nitrogen limiting conditions, it phosphorylates NTRC, means it adds a phosphorylate group to the NTRC. So NTRC also, we have already talked that it is clever. So it thinks little, okay, I am not dephosphorylated. My friend NTRB added a phosphate group. I am phosphorylated. So I need to stop the nitrogen fixation. Maybe there is limited nitrogen in the cell. So this NTRC stops its activity and it stops the nitrogen fixation in the cell, microbial cell. Now let's see regulation of expression of NIF genes. Before seeing the regulation and the expression, first we need to know what are these NIF genes, isn't it? Now let's see what are these NIF genes are. NIF genes are the genes which encode the enzymes which are involved in nitrogen fixation. In the sense, if an enzyme which is responsible for the nitrogen fixation, these enzymes are encoded by the NIF genes, means the NIF genes encode the enzymes which participate in the nitrogen fixation. NIF genes encode nitrogenase complex and also number of regulatory proteins involved in nitrogen fixation. Some of the NIF genes are NIF-A, NIF-D, NIF-L, NIF-K, NIF-F, NIF-H, NIF-S, U, Y, W, Z, etc. How does these genes are activated? This NIF gene activation is done by NIF-A. Why? Because our NIF-A is sensitive to the nitrogen. So, it is the one who activates all the NIF genes. When there is lack of fixed nitrogen in the plant, in the sense when there is the scarcity of the fixed nitrogen in the plant, the NTRC present in the microbial cells triggers NIF-A expression, means it activates NIFA saying that okay, there is no fixed nitrogen. We need to supply the fixed nitrogen, so you have to get activated, and it activates NIFA. In turn, what does this NIFA does? NIFA activates the rest of the NIF genes, as we have already studied that NIFA expresses or NIFA activates all the NIF genes. The rest of the NIF genes are activated by this NIFA, and what these NIF genes do? These NIF genes help the enzyme to work, and the transcription activity for nitrogen fixation begins. Okay, what happens when sufficient amount of reduced nitrogen is present in NIFL? When sufficient amount of nitrogen is present in the sufficient amount of fixed nitrogen is present in the plants, what happens? NIFL is activated. When there is sufficient amount of fixed nitrogen for the plant to utilize, NIFL is activated. What do this NIFL do? This NIFL go and inhibit the activity of nitrogen enzyme. Means it senses and it go and tells the nitrogen, okay my friend, you stop your work. There is no need to fix the nitrogen fixation, because there is already the amount of fixed nitrogen for our plant to utilize, so no need. So NIFL goes and tells or goes and stops the activity of this nitrogenase. NIFL is regulated by how this NIFL is regulated means in the sense by oxygen and ammonia present in the surrounding environment. According to the ammonia, if there is lots of ammonia present in the soil, this NIFL, there is ammonia, no need to fix, so it just senses and it stops. If there is only oxygen without ammonia, it senses, there is only oxygen, we need to supply ammonia, and it senses and do not inhibit the activity of the NIF genes. In this way, NIF genes are regulated by NTRC for the nitrogen fixation in the nitrogen fixing bacteria. That's my topic. Hope you all understood. Thank you.